There's this one question I get from parents more than almost any other, and it usually sounds something like this. Dr. Lee, I found the help, I found the program, I found the support, and my teenager wouldn't do it. They are refusing. What do I do? And if that is where you are right now, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Lee, a pediatric health psychologist and the founder of Teen FND Academy. And today I want to talk about one of the most frustrating situations a parent can be in when your teen is struggling with FND or functional neurological disorder and they wouldn't engage with help. Because here is what I want you to know before we go any further. If your teen is refusing, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are failing as a parent. You hear me? And it doesn't necessarily mean that your teen does not want to get better either. Let me explain what is actually going on. So what refusal actually means. So I worked with this family, and this is a real story, where the teen was refusing to engage in my program. On the surface, it did not make sense because I knew that this teenager wanted to get better from FND. They also told me so. And yet every time there was an opportunity to move forward, they would just shut down. They pulled back and they would not engage. It was so frustrating for the parents too, as you can imagine. So I took some time to get to know where this teen was actually coming from, because I always believe that there is always a reason for a child to act in a certain way. And what I found was actually had nothing to do with defiance. What I found was a teenager who had been, I don't know what else to say, but medically gaslit over and over again. Appointment after appointment where someone implied that something was wrong with them, that it was all in their head, that they were making things up, that there was a hidden trauma they were not telling anyone about. So by the time this teen got to me, which was like Dr. 700, right? They just did not feel safe. And that refusal, that shutting down was not them being difficult at all. It was a coping mechanism. It was their nervous system protecting them from something that felt very scary and unknown. Like one more person, one more program, one more appointment that might make them feel broken all over again. And when I understood that, everything changed about how I approached it. And I want to change how you approach it too. Refusal is not defiance. Most teens with FND who appear to be refusing are not being defiant. They are overwhelmed. They are scared. They are confused, and they are afraid of making the wrong choice. They are afraid of doing something that might make their symptoms worse. I mean, can you imagine what they're going through? So what do? They default to do nothing. And that doing nothing shows up as a refusal on the surface. But it is not defiance. It is a nervous system that is already maxed out, right? Looking for safety in staying still. And this is also called frozen. Well, understanding about that changes how you respond. The Family Guy shares a handful of practical strategies to help you get out of this survival mode. And it shows why our structured approach gets such a strong result. Grab it from the description below. It is free. So now, let's talk about this. Because here is the thing about a teenager who is lost and afraid. You cannot hand the decision about getting help to the person who is most overwhelmed by the situation. This is actually too heavy for them. And if you believe FND is serious enough that something needs to change as a parent, and you do, or you wouldn't be watching this video, then logically speaking, you just cannot wait for your teen to feel ready, because that readiness may not come on its own, if not ever. And this is where you as a parent step into what I called executive leadership. What does that mean? You decide the direction. You decide we are getting help. You decide we are moving forward. That decision is yours, parents, not theirs. Not yet, at least. And this is what I mean by contained choices. Because now, and this part is really important, once you have set that direction, you give your team choices within that direction. Not choices about whether to get the help, it's choice about how. Because if you ask the question, hey, I found this program, do you want to do it or not? If the team says no, you're stuck. right? So let me give you a real example. Many families who join my program, Teen FND Academy, come in with a teenager who is skeptical, understandably so, right? Because it is really their team does not know me at all. And they have probably already been through a lot of appointments that did not help. They're feeling discouraged. They are just guarded. So here is what I coach parents to say. Something like this. Hey, we are committing to get support. That decision is already made. Now, your choice is Tuesday call or Thursday call. Which one would you like? And I say Tuesday call or Thursday call because this is where the teenage call is happening inside my program. And when your team picks one, it doesn't matter which one, your job is to say, good choice. That's it. You are not waiting for enthusiasm from your child. You're not expecting gratitude. You're definitely not hoping they will suddenly say, thank you, mom. Great idea. Oh my gosh, confetti. No, it's not going to happen. Okay. You are basically showing calm, steady leadership. You set the container and your team chooses within it. So now why this works? That balance, you holding the direction and then they hold a real choice. That's something really important for a teenager with FND. It actually builds safety. It builds trust. And most importantly, it builds resilience. Because what a dysregulated, overwhelmed teen needs more than anything is a parent, you, who is not also dysregulated and overwhelmed. They need someone who has already decided that things are going to move forward. Someone who is not asking permission from the person who is most afraid. And leadership does not mean forcing. Let's be clear. It doesn't mean controlling either. It means deciding the direction and allowing the real choice within it. So you set the parameter and then they get to choose. And this is how you help a teen who feels completely stuck begin moving again. If you want to see how my full program of Teen FND Academy works and how it's helping families resolve FND for real, then watch the video linked in the description box below. So, if you are in that place right now, like you have found help and your teen is pushing back, I want you to hear this. You do not need their buy-in to take the first step. You just need the buy-in from yours. Set the direction, trust yourself, offer the choice within it, hold the calm, and this is your job right now. And it is enough. And if this video helped you, share with another parent who is in the same place right now. And if you're ready to take the next step for your family, the link to Teen FND Academy application is down below. I'll see you in the next video.